Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. In today's video I'm gonna share with you the pollinator garden bed, how it's looking, and also an additional bonus for you is sharing with you these are not just pollinator plants, but they are heat tolerant and drought tolerant. Yes, and every plant in here, they're all perennials. They're very great. They give you colors, as you can see. They're great for the pollinators and they're great for the heat and the drought. So I strongly recommend, if you're looking for plants in your garden or you're looking for plants for the fall season, to create a garden bed in the fall season, or if you're going to create a garden bed now, I strongly recommend every single plant in here. And friends, all of these plants you can find at your garden centers now. Yes. So where do I start? Let's start with this beautiful hardy hibiscus. Your hardy hibiscus, as you can see, it gets really big. It gets like, I would say 3.5 to 4.5 feet wide and tall, but wherever you put this, give it space to spread out. Yes, that is why I do not have any plants and this end next to it, and I just have it there, just giving it a height, giving it some balance with this tree I have over there. The pollinators love this hardy hibiscus, friends. It blooms from summer into frost. Yes, I'm in zone 6B 7A. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, if you're returning, welcome back. So happy you're here. Just sharing my garden with you. I just love to garden and just sharing what I have here in my garden with you. And here we have these black-eyed Susans. Yes, friends, and let me see, all these plants were from the clearance section. Yes, I remember when I started this bed, I did 3 black-eyed Susans here and I did 3 echinacea there, and then I got this one and I tuck it in at the end here, and then every year I would keep adding to it. But that's how I started this bed, with 6 plants, and the 7th one would have been the hardy hibiscus. Anyways, so here we have the black-eyed Susan. As I said to you, very heat tolerant and drought tolerant. The pollinators love it, the bees enjoy it. And right here I have a gladiolus giving us some blooms, and all these bulbs I have in here, there are clearance bulbs too. Yes, most of my bulbs are from Lowe's and some from Home Depot, but a lot of my bulbs are from Tulip World and also Aldi grocery store. Yes, and they were all in clearance, friends. So the lily here already, you could see it's done blooming. I just have to come in and cut it off here so the plant doesn't create seed heads. And friends, and I forget to mention to you, this bed, there's spring interest, which is your bulbs, your spring bulbs. As I said to you before, I have tulips, alliums, daffodil, a lot of spring bulbs in here. And then you have your summer interest, as you're seeing it now, right? And then you have your fall interest, and most of these plants, they get into fall, summer into fall. And your winter interest in this bed would be your cornflowers, your black-eyed Susan. I just leave them up because the goldfinches, they love to feed on the echinacea. So this provides great food in the winter for the birds, and also the bees love the black-eyed Susan. Yes. So that's the winter interest. Oh, and friends, I forgot to mention, with this hardy hibiscus, what I do in the fall, I do nothing with it. So everything falls off, right? So right here becomes a hardwood. The stem becomes a very hard wood. So this bloom on new growth, new wood. So I leave it up in the fall, in the winter, and then when spring comes, what I do with it, let me see if I can get underneath here. What I do when spring comes, I cut it back all the way down 6 inches. When I can see new growth coming from the ground, I cut it down 6 inches. Okay, do you see that right there? Yes, do you see those cuts in there? Yes, I cut it down all the way down there as soon as the new growth emerges in spring, and I clip off all that, and then voila, it just grow right up. And this is one of the last perennial to bloom in the spring. So if you have a hardy hibiscus or you decide to purchase one, I'm giving tips to you, I'm sharing tips with you. Don't think it's dead. Nope, it's not dead. It's one of the last perennials to emerge. And as I said to you before, it blooms a new wood. So all this becomes hard sticks. You cut it down 6 inches and that's it. So here we are, and the blooms only last a day. So tomorrow there's going to be a ton more blooms on here. Yes. The only negative to this, it's not great as cut flower. I mean, you can cut some, take it inside, but it's not going to last you that long. So if you want to, you can do that. It's beautiful, but I do not recommend it for cut flowers. The vase life is not good at all. But the echinacea, the black-eyed Susans, all these others are great for cut flowers. And here, friends, we have another gladiolus coming out. I'm trying to remember, when did I plant this color? Very unusual looking color, right? And also, friends, as you can see, I have a bird bath in the center. I just put that there for the birds. They love to swim in there. They love getting water from it. Yes. And over here this year I planted this Gara. I got this from the clearance section at Lowe's. This is also a pollinator attractor, so I put a Gara in here. As I said to you before, all the plants in here, they're all for the pollinators. And it so happened, I was thinking about it, it so happened they're all heat and drought tolerant. Yes, that was not a plan, but they're all that. And then we have a sweet William here. I did this from seed. This is from the dollar store. It bloomed already, and it should be giving me some more blooms in there. And friends, the spirea is doing well. We're getting a new set of blooms on here very soon, as you can see. I remember when I planted this, oh my goodness, it looks so bad, really, really bad. But as I said to you before, maybe 90% or so of my plants in the garden, they're all from the clearance section. Yes, friends. So you can curate a beautiful garden in your bed from clearance plants. And friends, this tree, I think I paid, $15, 1-5. I think I paid $15 for it. It blooms in the spring. It's one of those Yoshiki cherry blossom. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I got this at the end of the summer. And look at it, it's doing really good. I planted it, I watered it in, and it's doing very well. And most of these plants I planted in summer. Yes, I feel like I get most of my clearance plants in summer. I do get in spring, but a lot I find in the summertime. And coming around here, we have more echinacea. And what I try to do, friends, I try to get a new echinacea in here every time. So last year, at the end of fall, I'm not sure if you guys remember that. This is the white one we planted together. And then I had the Shine Cone Spirit. This yellow one is actually from that. Yes, beautiful, isn't it? Oh, and here I have some butterfly milkweed. These I did using the winter sowing method. But the mama plant is this one. I got this one from, I think it's Tulip Wall. It was on clearance the one time. So I got it from there, and then I got seeds from it. Yes, I got seeds from it last year, and I took the seeds and I put them in milk jug and planted them outside in milk jug during the winter season. So that's how I got more of these. Yes. So they're supposed to be a good host for the monarch butterfly. And yes, question is, have I seen monarch, friends? I've seen them, but when I come out, they're gone. Okay, they're huge. The monarch that comes around here, they are big as this petal. Believe it or not. I'm like, oh my god, is that a butterfly? It's gorgeous. I'm hoping to get a close-up shot for you guys one of these days, but whenever I do, it's gone. But I see it from inside. Anyways, and over here, not sure if you guys remember, maybe a month or so ago we planted this, friends. This is the tiger lily. You remember those lilies I planted with you? If you saw that video, you could see the tigery color there. Do you see that? Yes. So I had it protecting it from the squirrels. So I still have this just here for protection, because you know how those squirrels could get. But friends, look at that. It's actually giving me some blooms on there. I'm so excited about that. And in between here, I have some snapdragon, and friends, there's a poppy in there. I did using the winter sowing method. You could see the seed head right here. Alrighty, so this is what this looks like, and we have more black-eyed Susan, friends. I'm telling you, in fall I dug out a lot of these black-eyed Susans, okay, and I shared them with a lot of people. Whoever wanted flowers, I was just giving away, and I dug them out and I shared a lot of them with you because it was really, really overcrowded. And with this garden bed in particular, I love to see a definition, meaning I want to see this design perspective like that. But it was just everywhere, so you could see, okay, like some thought went into this bed. Definitely when I did this, some thought went into how I created this bed. So I dug out the Black Eyed Susan, and I cannot believe, look at them, they're just growing amazing. I can't believe it. Let's look at it. Could you imagine if I did not dig out some of them, what would have happened? But definitely I'm loving this bed, and I encourage you guys to plant a plant for the pollinators, right? Create a pollinator garden bed. And as I said to you before, it wasn't intentional, but this bed has several seasons of interest, and also not just that too, but it serves different purposes. Once again, it's a pollinator garden bed. Second, the plants in here are heat tolerant and they're drought tolerant too, right? So that's a plus there. And look at it, and they bloom from, these in front of us will bloom all the way into fall, yes. And you would never know. I have a ton of bulbs underneath, right? So when you're creating a bed, friends, think of different interests you want in there. So when fall come, they're still gonna be blooming, and then winter, I'll have the winter interest, and then when spring comes, you're gonna be seeing the spring bulbs coming out, yes. So if you're creating a bed, are you looking for ideas? I strongly recommend creating something like this. But this is what it looks like, and it's in the front of the house. Yes, very important. I have a lot of people walk by, oh my goodness, what is that? I love your garden. Like, once I'm out here, I'm telling you, there's just a lot of people walking by and they just want to have conversations. How did you create this? You know what I mean? So very important. It's nice when you could bring joy to others, even though it wasn't intentionally, or being inspired, or others inspiring you, or you inspiring others. Very important. Something as simple as gardening, right? Garden inspiration. It's just amazing when you can do that. Gardening makes us happy, right? We love flowers, we love the colors, we love our birds, we love our pollinators. So if you can do something like that to bring joy to someone, why not? Anyway, so I just wanted to share this with you. This is doing great, and I hope you guys are doing well. And let me know if you have a pollinator garden bed in your garden, or if you will create one, and what plants do you enjoy. I'm telling you, I love all of these. And oh friends, I forget to mention before I go, I still have room. I can put more plants in here, right? So right here is my kind of walk-in space if I need to come in and walk in here, but I still have room, so I can put more plants there. And if you have a bed and it's being crowded, like the Black Eyed Susans do get a little somewhat crowded, so to speak, just dig them out in the fall, right? It's good to have circulation in between your plants. Just a tip for you. All right, friends, I just wanted to share this with you so you can see how the pollinator garden bed is doing, and also recommend to you some heat loving plants and drought tolerant plants, and all of the above I mentioned before. Anyway, friends, thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.